It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And the spotlight is on the Cardinals' creative quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Cardinals and the Bucks, and it's coming up next.
Now, from the Valley of the Sun, EA Sports welcomes you inside State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix, Arizona. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, or should I say Dean Olson, because tight end U doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs competing for Super Bowls, have a legitimate #1 threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like if you don't have a tight end, your offense is missing a key piece. I know I'm biased, but at tight end U, man, we make no mistake about it. We think we are the most important position in football, and you're not going to convince me otherwise.
Here's Evan McPherson. And off we go from Glendale. Here comes a return from the 3. He'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. Leading them out, the former #1 overall pick back in the 2021 draft, it's Trevor Lawrence.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
Slayton is the man in motion. Now second down throw for Lawrence. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down, a pickup of 8. Slot man in motion right. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Right side, hauled in by Samuel.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to hook up with TB Samuel that time, and it'll be 3rd down. Slayton is the man in motion. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's got his man, that's Slayton. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He's going to tuck it and go. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those.
A hit, and he has lost the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. To throw is Lawrence. He completes it to Marshall. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. His kick is perfect. And the Buccaneers will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
Coming off a loss last time out, I think the number one goal today, Mike, is he needs to make a bigger impact on the outcome of today's game. Last week, he was not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it was really just a modest performance. He was okay. Well, okay at the quarterback position is not a winning formula week in and week out in the NFL. They need him to be a difference maker. They need him to be a dynamic playmaker. He's capable of all those things, and if we can get that level of play out of him today, I think they can expect a different result than last week.
That'll be taken in. It's Trey Benson.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
That's taken in by the running back, Benson. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. The Cardinals line up for a punt. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Buccaneers offense running back Josh Jacobs heading back on the field. He has run the ball well to this point in the season, right there amongst the NFL leaders in rushing. On first down, Lawrence. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
On the handoff, this is Benson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Benson. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That is caught. He got Godwin. A pickup of 12 yards. It's good for a Cardinals first down. The red zone now. He'll drop to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. They'll run, and here's Benson. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here's 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. The Bucs have the early lead. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. Ball sitting at the 7. First and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. He pulls it in around the 5.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast.
That one, taken in. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's his second touchdown of the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. That one caught by the former Lion, TJ Hawkinson. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. The tight end Hawkinson starts the motion. Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
On the ground, they'll go with Rashad White, the back out of Arizona State. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Here's 3rd and 2. We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. A gain there of 15. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Once again, it's Jacobs. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the 1st down inside the 25.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Slayton is the man in motion. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. Not able to stay in. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be a loss of a couple of yards on that one. Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. And he'll take it on in. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He's got it. And the Buccaneers are on top. It's now 10-7. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Brown now to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A give. Here's Benson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Back to throw. He'll try to run for it. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. This throw left side caught by Kittle. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Now a 3rd and 2. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Arizona.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Cardinals are on top. It's 14-10. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and Trevor Lawrence set to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now here's Lawrence. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll motion over Samuel. Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. Right side, hauled in by Samuel. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. A 1st down throw for Lawrence. Going right back to Samuel. He's got it again.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he's going to have a 1st down here as they are into field goal range at the 27.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He's going to keep it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
And they'll try it now with Jacobs. And he's going to have a Bucs first down. They find a way to convert on 4th down and pick up 10 yards. So we have reached halftime, and it's a 4-point game. As we send you to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman. He's got the EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Aiden O'Connell, over 300 yards passing in the victory, with a couple of touchdown passes as well. From there, we make the trip east as we head all the way to Jacksonville to check on the Jags. And they were winners in that ball game as they beat the visiting Washington Commanders. Jaden Daniels, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Chicago Bears. Max Duggan, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Cards offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Look wide, get this one complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. They'll set up the screen to Cook. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. The Cardinals lining up for a punt. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. Take it in, back at his own 12. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down, and it's an incompletion. Now give up the middle. It's Benson. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment defense. Still 3rd down.
The penalty yardage not quite enough for a 1st down, so they're still looking at 3rd and inches. That's going to be intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
The Bucs offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
2nd down, Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Back to throw. Lawrence. He's got his man. That's Slayton.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Cardinals offense headed back to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's complete to Kittle, the tight end.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Ball start, offense.
They'll look to throw. He'll find his running back, Cook. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Straight ahead, they go with Benson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss. Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him. I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the 1st down.
Again, it's Benson. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short. Now they'll set up to throw. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They'll come up here, first and 10. So Kittle comes in motion. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on second and 4. On second down, it's Benson. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
That's over the middle to Kittle. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of play. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there, and it'll be second down. So Kittle comes in motion. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They can keep the drive alive if they get to the 4, but facing third down at the moment. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Buccaneers offense make their way out to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up a 5. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Now Lawrence. Through the air, connecting with Debo. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now Jacobs. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. The tight end Hawkinson starts the motion. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And good hard running will get him down close to a first down. Might be a yard short. A big play looming here. They need to convert. It is third and inches. And they're going to get the conversion here. Good run to the 44, and that's a first down.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? And this third and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
On the ground, it's Jacobs. And he'll get 6 on this one, moving it inside the 40-yard line. They'll come up now for second down and 4. They'll motion over Samuel. On second down, Jacobs. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. Play action now. It's Lawrence. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
They'll motion over Samuel. Lawrence now to throw on first down. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to get the football at their own 23.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Cardinals offense ready to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and here's Benson. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Diggs. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Back to the air once more on second down. He'll get this over the middle to Diggs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Benson. And just a short gain there, down to the 38. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Benson. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. They'll drop to throw. That's taken in by the running back, Benson.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Bucs offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Lawrence now. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. They'll come up now for 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Getting hard to hear in here. The noise very loud from the crowd. 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. One timeout at their disposal, but the more pressing need, they have to score twice. It's 1st and 10. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. Now, 2nd and inches. Lawrence. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch. Stays in bounds, and he's got the 1st down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab. Throwing is Lawrence. Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end.
And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession. So they're still alive, but now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
A one-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
The Cardinals offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win for the Cardinals. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game and are going to send their fans home quite happy. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win here in the desert for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.